Hey all, this is Stålanden bringing you the first of many videos, but this series is going to be a bit different because it's about my mini account. This mini account is going to make the very tough move from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 12, and we're going to see the journey from 9 to 12. In this first episode we will see the journey from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10. To see what we're dealing with, we can see here that I actually have a lot of magic items stored up. The only one I don't have is the DE rune, which I actually have a chance to pick up in the rewards from the clan games, since we already finished the clan games. You can see it's in the end, but I will most likely pick the Book of Everything instead of that one. So first of all, it's about to see what we're going to do here. First of all, I have some stored in the treasury that will help us a lot for this journey. Also, we'll see, okay, it costs 5 million gold, and you can see here I started straight ahead. But sadly I don't have so much gold, so therefore I'm going to look for a target to find something to farm with. You can see here there is about 200,000 gold, and I'm going to attack it. What I'm going to do in the future is I'm actually going to swap this army to my DE army with wilds and golems to make sure that I actually can get into the core and find the most gold needed. I know it's going to decrease my amount of DE, but the most important thing right now is to get a lot of gold so that I can actually make this move, and there is indeed need of a lot of gold. In general, you can see this attack is just a standard Town Hall 12, Town Hall 9 attack, but when I'm going to move to Town Hall 10, I will have Town Hall 9 troops, but I can only find like Town Hall 10 opponents, and since I'm in a decent league, it will be a problem for me to farm, so I might decrease my league, or I will most likely just swap into my Veld Golem. My normally Go Weepy was my old attack strategy, but this time I'm going to use my Golem, Valks and Wizards because that's my war strategy, and it will help me get the stars I'm needing to get the league bonus, and it will help me get the gold needed to make all these upgrades. As you can see here, this attack is almost done. There is like 1.5 minutes left, but my queen is almost dead, so that there's not so much to do that way. Of course the ability is going to be triggered and I'm going to do it that way, but as you can see, she's gone down, and because this is actually a live attack, you can see the time is not from a replay but just the general time that will be back. But as you can see, the artist is going to be slaughtered now, and then the attack is left. What is important here is to see how much gold I actually managed to get out of this attack, because normally I have my main focus on my main account, but as you can see here, 300,000 gold in total, and that's actually pretty decent, and also the star bonus. So what I had to find out now was how I should use my saved up gems. Since I'm not a gemmer, so I don't pay for gems, I have to be smart in my use of my resources, and I will say thanks to Superman for the giants and the poison spell. But I actually tried to see how I could use the Book of Everything, of anything, should it be called, but it is called the Book of Everything. But since I could pick that up in the result of the winning clan games, as you can see here, but there is no Book of Buildings, therefore I would like to use the Book of Everything. Sadly, it wasn't possible to use the Book of Everything, so I had to use my Book of Buildings. I did try to see is there a use button here, but there wasn't any use of it that way, so sadly I just had to finish it now with my Book of Buildings. I did try to check it out a few times just to be sure, but there wasn't anything I could do, so I used the Book of Buildings. And with this new update, I also have to buy all the new buildings before I can move up a town hall. So I was going in there and checking up what do I have to buy, and you can see there's a lot of stuff I have to buy. So I'm just going in and buying all the cheapest things first. As you can see here, of course, Dark Elixir Drill, that's a no-brainer. It also will increase my resources, and then the cheap ones as you can see, I don't. It doesn't matter that I'm going to be rushed, because I'm not going to use this account in war. It's only to. It's only needed to have a Town Hall 12 so that I actually can donate to the clanmates and use it that way, instead of just using it on myself. So I thought what we needed the most was a solid Town Hall 12 with troops, not in war. But there is still a long way to go with the gold before I can move up. So of course I'm going to use the treasury gold. But I also have a rune of gold, which of course is is a no-brainer to use in this situation, so that I can get down that Inferno Tower, and also so that I can actually move forward and find out what I have to do. So that's actually what I'm doing here. You can see the Inferno Tower is going down there, and then it's just a matter of time. You can see the expo, and then I'm just needing one bomb tower and one Inferno Tower. There's a few traps, so I'm just going to buy those traps. They are almost free, so it's no problem. And then in general it's just that, and then as you can see here, I'm just going to attack more and get more gold and do it that way, and then I will make new episodes every time I'm going to make some changes and going to move to the next Town Hall level, so that way we can follow the progress from Town Hall 9 until Town Hall 12, and in that way you can also see a bit of what to do and where you actually have a decent chance to farm, or how at least I'm going to do this. I did have some money stored, some potions stored, so I decided that I would boost my resources, because why not? Also I wanted to use the boost builders, because then I can decrease the time a lot, and then I can use the book of everything on my next Inferno Tower when I get the money for it, and then I can use my gems on the Inferno Tower, and that way I can actually be ready to move to Town Hall 11 pretty soon. So that's almost all for that. I will guess it will take like 5 days until I have the necessary resources and also the buildings is done, so that I can be ready for the next video. But until that time, I'm just gonna wish you best of luck and peace out.